Directionally challenged hiker here this Monday, November 28th, and we just took a walk out to the wash on what I would call like the back pasture part of our property. All right, this is where we're at here. I think we're going to be working on that greenhouse that I ordered a few weeks ago now. Yeah. Dumpster's still here. That project is on pause for now, but he did a little bit more work on the area where we're putting the greenhouse when I was gone. He got the 2 raised beds that will not be inside the greenhouse. He got those pretty ready for planting. I have to decide what we're going to put in them, but this is where our greenhouse is going to go. Yeah, he's got it like dug out a little bit so it'll set down in there. And then these are the beds here that he worked on while I was at our son's place. So I think this is what we're going to work on today. He has got a water tote here that we will be putting some water in so we can water our plants a little bit easier. But yeah, it has been a few. It is, wow, heading into December almost, Thursday. So, but need to get working. So much to do. So I guess I will be putting you all on time lapse, and you can watch us try to put this greenhouse together later. As we begin the unboxing process of our greenhouse here, I must admit that it has been forever and a day since I have done anything with footage that I have taken out at Little House in the Desert. In fact, today is November 1st, 2023, and this footage is actually from the end of November 2022. Yeah, wow. I'm a little bit slow and lax on working on the footage for this project here, but I am doing it today. And yes, we are reading the directions to this greenhouse as we want it to be put together properly and as sturdy as we possibly can make it. It needs to withstand the Arizona weather for us. Directionally challenged hiker here this Monday, November 28th. And I have done a bit of an introduction today already, but kind of hoping to do a review on this product that we purchased. So I will let you know what it is. We purchased a Quictent greenhouse online a few weeks back. We have the 10 by 20 foot model with the white, we chose the white cover, and I have begun unboxing it a little bit and taking a look at the directions. So we will be showing you this process and letting you know how it goes and what we think of it after we get it set up today. And then I will be hopefully doing some updates as to how it holds up. I mean, we are in the Arizona desert and we have hot summers, which right now it is the end of November, but we also can get some wind here. So we're going to try to anchor it really well and see what happens. So yeah, he's working on, he's going to get some railroad ties hauled over here now with the tractor, and then we are going to try to make sure this is level. I just got the level out. So that is what is happening today. We are going to be putting together our Quictent greenhouse. So putting you back on time lapse, and then I will just edit in what I need to later. All right, Never Ending Project has his tractor out and he is hauling over some of those railroad ties that were on the property when we acquired it. And again, we will be using those to help anchor our greenhouse, hoping to make it as sturdy and stable as possible. Now he is putting together the level. We would also like it to be sort of level and not wonky. So I will be holding that up, and yeah, the little thing has a sensor that will go off if you're within range. And he's got the tape measure back out, making sure that our railroad ties are set to the perimeter of the base of our greenhouse, as it wouldn't be very helpful to anchor it if they didn't match up. Shifting that dirt around to make them a bit more level. And yes, there's a little bit of a gap, as you can see in the center section there. We will eventually stick some pavers in just to kind of, fill in that hole. But we are just making do with what we had. And yeah, sometimes you just have to do that. As he is pounding some rebar in to stabilize those railroad ties so they don't shift around on us, I am laying out pieces of the greenhouse where they need to be to help us assemble it more quickly and more easily. But I'm putting together those like half hoops or arches right now. I think there are 5 of those. I'm not exactly sure, but we will see as the footage goes on. Again, just making sure things line up. And we had watched some video footage on this before we purchased it, and at least one person had put it together by themselves. I don't know that I would recommend that, especially if you're my size, about 5'5". I would have needed a ladder. But for the most part, the directions were fairly straightforward. I think there might have been like one part where we kind of you had to really look at the picture to, you know, make sure we were doing it right. All right, finishing up that base here, and then we will go along the sides of the base where I laid out those pieces. They will attach to the base, and they will be stood up to attach the half hoops or arches to in just a bit. But before we do that, we will be working on, there will be 4 pieces that go the length of the greenhouse, the main ridge pole, and then 2 for each side. They will attach on the outsides of the hoops. And there we have that first hoop going up. Fairly easy process with 2 people, and yeah, it helps stabilize them as you attach that first side pole. And there is hoop number 3 going up. As we are doing this process, we are just like loosely attaching stuff. We will tighten it down when we have it all put together here. And yes, it does have 5 hoops. Got those all up, and he is working on the main ridge pole, and I'm working on the far side pole because that is within my reach. So I think they came apart a little bit as we tried to put them up, but now is the time to just go and tighten things down, make it sturdy and stable. We will be taking off in just a bit. That won't show on time lapse, but we need to make a run to one of those big box stores and get ourselves some conduit brackets. We will be using those to attach the base of our greenhouse to those oh gosh, railroad ties. Total brain blank right there, but there he is, attaching those, and I am having some fun with the tractor, trying to get the planters that I had painted over, and yes, I do some damage with the forks to those and end up doing a bit of touch-up painting. And as you can see, a third person has showed up. Our son is there. He needs to pick up the trailer so he can do a rally race. And while he waits for us to deal with some of the water that is on that trailer, he is putting the spigot on our water tote for us. And he will also be helping me get the cover on our greenhouse. Yes, that should happen in just a minute. Yep, he is checking it out there as I finish up, touch up painting those planters. Again, this project went much smoother than I think it would have with just a single person. And yeah, it helps to have a couple taller people involved in the process because, as you will see, trying to walk the greenhouse cover over our framework, it's a little bit of work. It is pretty cool, and there it is. We have to do all the little Velcro attachments inside. Okay, it is about 4:30 p.m. and we have our Quictent greenhouse up at this point. It wasn't terribly difficult. We had to make a run back into town and get some brackets for conduit to help secure the pipe to the railroad tie base that we have for it. So I can get a little close-up of that. Down there. But just taking a walk around it. Again, it wasn't too difficult. Would not want to do it by myself. That would be a challenge. But we are planning on, we're going to backfill around the base to help prevent wind from getting up under it on us. And then I can take a quick look inside. See if I can do this. So, ooh, there we go. We are inside. It's kind of cool, like being in a tunnel. Yeah, it's a start. We will see how it does. Neither one of us has done much gardening on our own. His parents and my parents both had gardens when we were younger, but I don't really remember helping much with it. I was pretty small. And I think since then I have grown some tomatoes, and I think I did try some peas one time. I mean, I have flowers, but they occasionally die. So, but yeah, that is the project for today. He is also working on getting a spigot and stuff here so that we can fill the tote with water and get water for the plants that we're going to have, the vegetables. We're planning on having a garden. And then I have my flower beds over here that I did a little damage to with the tractor and the forks. But oh well. Well, that is about it. I may get some more footage of us backfilling, but otherwise, yeah, still Monday. Just kind of chilling out here. He's trying to get water out of one of the totes so our son can use the trailer. So later. As we wrap up with some backfill here, just a thought or two in hindsight. As you saw in the footage, it only had like 2 crossbars on opposite ends of the greenhouse. It seems like it may have been a little bit sturdier if it had 4 or they extended a little bit higher up. I'm not exactly sure. But we did pay, I'm thinking around $200. I would have to do some checking. I may just put that in the comments at some point because I don't have the paperwork here where I'm at editing. But anyway, yep, wrapping it up, backfilling it. It was a long day, but it was fun and it was definitely a learning experience. Well, this is the official end to today. We got her up and backfilled around the edges. So hopefully the wind won't catch it. A little bit more work than I think I thought. Don't know if I said it before. I definitely wouldn't want to be trying to set this up by myself, but then I'm not exactly very tall, and yeah, even securing the Velcro on the interior in the middle, I can't do that. But so that's about it. This is the garden area. The sun is dropping on over there, and we are gonna head back into town and get cleaned up and get some dinner. So later. Directionally challenged hiker here at Little House in the Desert, and we had wind all day yesterday and then some rain, and no, the greenhouse did not survive. It took a pretty big hit. Some of the plants are okay. I think some of them got too cold last night, and we're supposed to have a hard freeze tonight. We're supposed to be down upper 20s if I'm not mistaken, which is pretty dang cold for where we're at in Arizona. But we obviously got some rain out here too, but that wind just lifted that railroad tie. Wow, I wasn't expecting that, but you can see it is lifted up. We had them down. We had this set as sturdy as we could have it set. That plastic tent was actually down in the dirt, and it ripped out of the dirt. It does appear that a lot of the frame might actually be salvageable. You can see the one cross piece there is bent, but a lot of it looks like it just like that bent and gave, and it just kind of did the great shift down the end. I'm gonna step back behind the planters here, the raised beds. But yeah, that black table, I'm trying to think of, I think I had it leaned up against one of the raised beds because it was kind of didn't need it set up anymore, and it was in the way. But yeah, it got kind of crazy in here. That other crossbar is bent there. But yeah, it was a Quictent, so it took a hit last night. I guess I should walk around and see what else went crazy here on the property while I wait for never-ending project. So I'm not sure how great this footage is. It's about 4:30 p.m. I finally got out here today. I guess I've been kind of avoiding it. So all right, see what else happened around here.